consumer sovereignty. And my topic here, my question, my introduction, I'm aware. My phone, I'm aware of the I'm aware. The law of demand and supply is the center of economics. Mukamapanga introduction to economics, we need to emphasize on this theme, the law of demand and supply. Because the sense of economics, they're going to reach. Now you can see, we're talking about consumer sovereignty, is the remaining. Utilities, medical companies, the remaining. My production function is the argument, my producers. My cost utility function, those is the work. You should be able to relate to, and you should also be able to say, that's why you have to say that. I'm a young person, Kumaroa. Who is the young brother? Okay? So enough about that. Let's look at limitations. I'm trying to obey your word. Let's now look at limitations. One problem is income and equal income. You know, not everybody can choose according to what they want. Okay? Consumer sovereignty, what we are saying is that it shows people's preferences. And those preferences guide production. Guide what has to be produced, when has to be produced, in what quantity. That's what the concept is talking about, consumer sovereignty. Now, this concept has a problem. We are assuming IES, what he prefers is what he does. Okay? It is saying what you prefer is what you do. Remember, this is a study of preference. Consumer preference. And those preferences are shown by what you buy. Now, we are linking preferences to your buying. Zimene umazifuna ndi zimene umakagula. Okay, that's what we mean. That's what we are saying. Now, in reality, one limitation, the one I want you to take note of, is that sometimes people do not buy what they prefer because of income. And thousand amagura just because it's what they can afford. Okay? Is that not true? Yeah. So you don't always buy things that you would really want, that you would choose under normal circumstances. So your purchasing power may actually not be indicating your preference. But it's just showing you that's what you can afford, for example. Mugubesa pamene amene sana bete ndani. Consumer sovereignty, we are talking about preference. We are saying people show their preferences. Consumers show their preferences through purchasing power, through spending. So you spend something, spend money on something, it means that's what the consumer sovereignty is talking about. Housing and that spending you may notice, that voting you may notice to shop is not because muntu chetu mina machifuna wapita pa chef paja wakayangana zinto panachi mina machifuna but vile kinachokuti. So there were other considerations. It was not just a preference. You see what I mean? There were other considerations apart from just preference. Okay. So what are we saying? We are saying poor people have limited choice than rich people. Well, it's only those who have the means you can say they have choices. So this unequal distribution of income, for example, poor versus rich people, can actually influence it can actually influence what the producers are producing, not necessarily the choices of the majority. Ngati paya olemera ndemena kukonda chintu chija andakugula inipa akugula kwambiri inui osauka tundama nono nchochepa mukakura chimene muchifunacho chingongati. So this unequal distribution of resources can actually be the major factor in that case, not preference. Company iko panga chitu just because kugulidwa koma chigulidwa ndi anthu ena, we want for money. So there are many reasons concerned with rich versus poor, for example, in how companies decide on the variety of products to make. The variety of products to make is other factors other than preference. So here we are providing a critique. Yeah. We are trying to design this concept of consumer sovereignty. That consumers have the power. And those powers are reflected by preference. You may want to buy something, but you end up not buying it because of other considerations. Okay? In that case, consumer sovereignty has very little meaning because it's not the preferences that are governing the production. The second limitation is just the general availability of goods mu mashop. Tawazina amagura kintu kimene kiri available, not because what they prefer. So the availability of goods can also drive demand or budget, not preference. Consumers, when we are talking about preferences, you should have this concept very clear in your mind. We are talking about preferences. Now we are trying to dispute why preferences are not always the reason. Okay? Preferences are not always the reason. The consumer sovereignty concept is saying preferences are the driving force. These preferences are shown by your buying, your body. The Unena Tausina is not like that. Sometimes it's the availability of goods. Ufuna ukakura jambo kulipe. Leo ukakura utaka. It doesn't mean kuti umafuna utaka. Your preference is not utaka. It's just because what you wanted is not there. Okay? And this is so, even when you are talking of manufactured goods, so your choices are limited to which things the manufacturers have produced and supplied in the market. I don't know what example we can use here in where we can say the many Apangama companies and supply the market, the many Makara there, they are not there. So what example can we give? Come on, you have younger brains, you can think faster than me. Yeah, my brain is full. Now, what can we think of something which manufacturers they produce and present market, and that's what is available. Kuma zina sawa. Sorry? Services. Okay. What do you mean about Upanga also? You mean Upanga groundnut pieces?
Or voting so
okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, at least it shows your brain is thinking. One example, okay. Even if we don't agree, but it's a good example. What else? This is only so we buy what we have. You know, if for example, I can give you an example of the pack of bread. That's good. No pack of bread. I mean, sorry. So pack. Not to pack. But you look at my pack. I hear my pack. bread spread. It's just my bread. I can give you an example where if you go to ShopRite or go to Game, the variety of bread spread is so small. If you went, for example, to Sweden or Denmark and went to a supermarket and went to my chef bread spread, my variety is going to be the whole of this. My variety oka, my chef, huge variety. Zina makara zabu zama vegetable kind, zina makara ranyama hivi, maliva, jani, different. It's not just soap or butter. Mukapita cheese, different types of cheese, soft cheese, hard cheese, different. Plenty. With my flavor goes yana. My yogurt, my fruit yogurt, makara very thicker. Makara yogurt there's a lot of cubes. Yogurt, a lot of cubes. Muna dura kan ma apricot kan ma pear kan not ma pear our mini maitatiwa kuma ma pear ma jaga you know the way maka muna atakati tu tiny the yogurt rakuje and you use them for kubika bread. Kaka kontena jojo, mubika bread baja, and toast kaya bread jabe, nice things, not just butter. So filling on bread is makazo sia, and that variety you cannot find, for example, mashuku matuna. Whether you want dairy or whatever type of protein or whatever. For me, this time I saw put liver, amount of banga liver into bread spread. Ana gaya liver is makara into a paste. Makanga paste. Chicken into a paste, okay? Chicken made into a paste for putting pamama plate. So that's one good example of availability. I'm sure all those choices put it, the kind of kabuti kunogo ziko with and masanga, ubura, made those not just in Dubai. Which way Dubai? Something like that. Okay? So for example, even here now, you may want to have a telephone with meat or carrot. You may not you want to have a telephone. Come either or what you can charge. So that is an issue of availability. It's not an issue of preference. Soon as I can over that all, it's not your preference. Because of availability. So this consumer sovereignty is not what is there, it is fake. Because if it was true, but as Mamafolia, they should have found your mood. The other problem is what they call combined choice and education. combined choice. What are we saying? What we are saying is, it's not the choice of one individual that will affect even above the command equilibrium price. It's not the choice of one customer. The choice of or the preference of one customer is not enough. Okay? So you may be a consumer, but you as one consumer, you don't have this sovereignty. You are not enough. You are not significant. But the combination of all our choices becomes the power to drive resource allocation. Okay? That's what we mean. Combination of choice is what is required. Combined choice. So it's not the choice of an individual consumer that will govern the production of food. So it's the combined choice of all the consumers. Because that reflects demand and prices. So the producers will not produce something just to meet the demand of one individual. It's not possible. Majority consumers. So consumer sovereignty there is not a reality. It's not, in real right, it's not there. Because you as an individual cannot. But you as a collective, yes. And the other thing is that, you remember we talked about that in economics we believe that human beings are rational. Right? What do we mean? That you choose the best option. That's what we mean by rational. Economics, we believe or we assume that human beings are rational beings, meaning they choose good decision, they choose best option. So china ngati cho cheaper, same quality with china chake, you choose ngati quality cho fanana. One is cheaper than the other, you choose the cheaper one. Because quality is your fanana. So human beings are rational, they choose the best option. That was one of the things I said very early on in this course. That's one of the underlying thinking of economics. You always choose the best option. Secondly, that you want more than less. Remember those things? Yeah. Now, on consumer sovereignty, this issue of rationality, meaning consumers are rational, is a problem. Because not all consumers are rational. And when I'm a choices, you go to the you will wonder why somebody can do this. Okay? So sometimes a consumer cannot be a rational buyer. Why is it so? Because of ignorance. Information sometimes is not available to the consumer. So he may be ignorant about the utility, the satisfaction, and the quality of the product available. He may not know products available in the stores or shops, and therefore he cannot make a rational choice. He cannot make the right choice. Because you don't have enough information about it. So you don't know the quality that you are buying. So it's not because you always make right decisions. It's not always possible to make right decisions, to be rational. Because of this problem, you may not know. You may not know what is quality and you will actually, after buying it, after using it, you will even be happier. You will be happier, but because you don't know, your utility would be higher. Because remember, we said utility is about satisfaction. So when we are talking about the differences, we assume you choose things that give you more happiness. But because you don't know, you may not make the right choice. Remember, most of the specifications the producer may not see one, and they can decide to declare what they want, can package, but you can never be 100% knowledgeable about the quality of that thing. Okay? We always have some ignorance in us when we go out as consumers. And therefore, our powers, our sovereignty become affected. What else? Shinanja. What other can you think of more and more limitations? In our context in Malawi, for example. One is customs. Okay? Sometimes you buy something and wear something, not because you like it, not because you prefer, but because you carry it today. So society customs. Siungapite n'umukwani uholi ndi makolo anu ukapitira kuti mubwino la chonchi makolo anu akausalira kuno. The type of clothes you buy when going home is not because you prefer them. You will buy them because that's what the custom requires. Mubila kuholi simunga kagule zovara kuchina mubila makolo anakusalira ya tatero mwitupita kumakura zona mukapara kuno. So you will not, your preferences will not matter there. Your consumer sovereignty that is applied. Okay? Sina njani? Sorry? Peer pressure. Yeah. Sometimes you buy things because anyway, that one maybe I can relate it to limitation number 6, which is fashion. So fashion, the peer pressure maybe, I don't know, can we say separate them or we can put them together? Or they are different? Some people think they are separate, some people think they are the same. Peer pressure is what does that we are maybe then it would be different. But if Anzago now out there on it, it's passion. Because peer pressure is either you are being pressured or you want to conform. Now you don't want to feel out of place. Feeling out of place and being pressured may be different. Because people may not force you, but the way we can, you might feel out of place. But those can actually force you to do it. So fashion is another limitation. And Ramakura is because it is the fashion, not because they like it. Or because they prefer it. Sorry?
Modes of production.
Okay, modes of production. What are you thinking about?
Some continue. How they produce.
Like what? Because of how they are produced. What examples do you have? What do you have?
Other consumers buy from the company. So they buy the product of the company, how they supply the company.
Yeah, okay. So maybe that is similar to like branding, loyalty. Because you might own the company manager and therefore you buy their things. Nothing to do with whether the things make you happier or not, but because the company might own the company. Okay? Yeah. Who own the company? Is that possible? Eh?
Yes.
Okay. For example, just because you like Manchester, Man City, whatever. Arsenal, Matichani, even if t-shirt yao design yake yacha you really don't she designed such a bizarre but you buy it. But I yacha really much big or whatever. Now that I'm talking about that, I am wondering, why are you so pleased about me? I'm going to tell you, come on. Don't be so sad because can put it affect you as human being, but some of these things they don't even know you. Yeah, suppose, but don't be on the extreme. Would you know Mamejana? What are Mamejana talking about? Okay, so anyway, sometimes people buy something because spreaders are contacting. Yeah, so that's a good example. And then the other thing is the number 7 is standardization. So standardized goods ingotel. But my goods there, they are just standard. They put in great what. So, for example, maybe my pain, matches, salt, sugar. They are so standardized. Or is a kind of company, standardized goods do not actually reflect you are buying them because of value. Because they are standardized. So it's difficult for us to measure whether you are buying them because it is value. So this consumer sovereignty there becomes a problem. Remember, consumer sovereignty is about inflation of preferences. So, where it fails, we are talking about where preferences fail. That's what we are trying to drive at. But preferences is a double failure. They put it. Sovereignty, you will put up there. Yeah? Number 5. For society customs. From customs we went to fashion. Customs, you cannot wear your mini skirt from Muzi. Aka bona nikanisika na watu kupanda kazi. Okay? And the other one is mentioned in a guy sometimes people buy something not because I'm a chikuna, but because of marketing techniques. Okay? Yes. So advertising and propaganda. Advertising and propaganda can actually destroy your sovereignty. This issue of preferences cannot hold because of the presence of advertising or propaganda. Mwagura because abumananizwa. And sometimes repeated, mwaona how zina pamaka and posted advertising the way they bombard you. You find the wutika ya nipati vipacha kama mwana ya channel chani. Every 10 minutes advert yomwe kumabwera. And it can be like that for a month. So what happens? Zilikazi mungu umanena boza nina lake kuma ukuli nena dere antamali kanisa kati ndoa. Yeah. A lie repeatedly restored, gets treated as truth. In the same way, consistently. And remember what that means. So advertising is also about that, and propaganda. Muma wana kuzabu zina mapropaganda wa zatu wajina andaliwa. Ama panga propaganda is in such a way, believing kuti supernatural zao njoi. They will bombard you so many times you start believing kuti hakuna to kumaiza propaganda. Okay? Parizati, what else? Monopoly. Chingu, if there is an existence of monopoly, consumer sovereignty doesn't hold. Because if there is only one producer, we don't choose. This thing here, we don't choose. We are not voting. We are not voting. We know cement people can choice, but also depends on income. The distribution of income is a constraint there also. Because Coca-Cola cement, sometimes you choose something not because it's cheaper, but because it's cheaper. So when there's monopoly, consumer sovereignty is dead. Okay? Sometimes government restriction is another situation where consumer sovereignty cannot hold. The limitation. Abuza which is this thing above. Even though you want it. Okay? Kuna mama aboma abuza nikuja abora abuza. Wow. Will Pakistan kwambi. So they will put a restriction. Don't think about this. Otherwise you get 100,000. So I'm going to try to if you are drunk beyond the limit, 100,000 boom. Government restriction. So if you wanted to go to Bodoso and put in casting 10 votes to vote about 10 years. Because 10 votes means 10 bottles which will make you to be above limit. Okay? Another thing that also limits your preferences is taxation. How does taxation limit your budgeting power, your spending power? If taxes go up, you take home less, right? So your spending power will be reduced, or your spending power can be increased if taxes go down. Sometimes taxation can not only influence your income, but it can influence the price of something. Okay? So government puts a tax on something, it makes it more expensive. So even though you prefer to have that thing, it will be beyond your budget. So the issue of income and the limitation comes in through taxation. Okay? Now, let's summarize. Consumer sovereignty as a concept. Okay? How does it play its role in resource allocation? discuss all that. Your preference, your buying is providing indications to producers what things are in high demand in the market. So the producers, they move resources into producing that particular product. That's how you are voting. You as a consumer, you are influencing resource allocation. Producers check on what you are doing, on what you are voting, on what you are buying more. And so they organize their resource use towards meeting your needs, towards meeting your business. Okay? Now, to discuss that, 1 or 2 paragraphs or 3, wachana. Yeah, photogozani. How you look at it? This vote, this power of the consumer. How powerful are you in controlling producers or influencing producers how they should behave? Your spending power is your vote. So the voting results are taken note of by the producers in the economy. So for example, you know, good thing. Let's assume chimene mukula kwa mbili ndicho chintu chija, it is made by human beings. It's not made by machines. It's not automated. Chimene mukula kwa mbili chija and how much kumapanga manual. What will happen? If you are buying a lot of that thing which is made by labor, what will happen? Company labor family, just to make sure to meet your demand. So you are going to create employment. Supposing it's made by a machine automatically, that you go and it means you are going to create joblessness through your behavior, your purchasing, your voting. So you should think deeply, and sometimes to get an extra mark is when you talk something spicy and something that nobody else has mentioned. Just shows you did a lot of work. You thought about it. Okay. So next week we will talk about budget constraints and indifference cards in different scales. So these are short topics, even though they appear the issue of indifference, budget and indifference. This is about satisfaction as well. All these things are coming from utility and difference. They are different concepts, but the center of discussion is very close to each other. Indifference means I don't care. Okay? Chicho Seito Shinsanawa. So you might be, you don't care whether you have 10 pieces of mandati or whether somebody gives you 15 pieces of jumbo. You'll be happy with them. You don't mind. That's what we call indifference. Meaning, your utility is the same, your satisfaction is the same. So we'll try to look at that concept. And then the issue of budget constraints, income. How does it affect free trade? And how does it affect your satisfaction? So if you have 100 watch, either you can buy, so your budget line limitation is 100 watch. You can't spend more than that, you can't afford, but you can spend less. And on what item? So those are some of the things that we'll discuss. If we are lucky, we can finish that next week. If not, we will carry forward before we start discussing market system. So you can see, if you go on your outline, market systems were quite early on, but to me they were useless. So we'll discuss them again.
Yeah.